What is up, my movie-loving friends? My name is Gilbert Ybarra, and welcome back to the Attic Review. On today's episode of Tar, I am confessing and defending my love of Halloween H20. In the world that I live in, I am always surprised by the amount of hate that this one gets. Yeah, timeline schmimeline. This is a fun story with cute-ass Josh Hartnett and ultimate horror final girl LL Cool J. And oh yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis, you might have heard of her. She's kind of in this as well. Let's discuss the story real quick and then talk about why this should be higher up on your ranking. And also, we're gonna cover the crazy amount of Psycho references. We begin with not JGL. I got ahead of myself, but Nurse Marion is still lurking around Illinois and is dealing with a little breaking and entering in her home on the eve of Halloween. After JGL bravely checks the house for intruders, he reports back to Marion that besides some files missing and some of Grandpa's cough medicine gone, the coast is clear. You want 10 things I hate about you, Michael Myers? I hate you tenfold for taking out my boy JGL. You did not have to do him like that. Mikey cleans up some loose ends here before he skedaddles off to Summer Glen, California to go visit his alcoholic sister and angst-ridden nephew with a shitty haircut, John. 'Cause it's Halloween and now they have to die.
Those are the rules.
And what a nice-ass campus! It would be a real shame if someone were to sneak past the security guard who was reading off his self-authored smut novel and find a group of teens to hunt down while looking for little sis. Creed is a nice soundtrack to get terrorized to, as Scott Stapp is singing his balls off. What's this life for? Yeah, I love Creed, but still, half the group is getting sliced and diced. But not our messy-haired cutie patootie and gorgeous Jen from Dawson's Creek. They narrowly get away, but it is time for a showdown. I guess a showdown after Michael fecks up the rest of the crew. Well, some survived, and others, well, they look like they got a little surprise up their chocolate starfish. The ending is full of some badass prison exercises, some great shank work from each party, and some Arizona quality driving, as Mikey and Lori take their extreme sibling rivalry to the bitter finale. And what an incredible and shocking ending that was totally ruined by Resurrection, but that's another story, that's another video. I know this has its flaws, especially when it comes to it having anything resembling a cohesive timeline. But this movie rules, and you know it. And don't you bullies dare make fun of me for trying to defend and hype this movie up.
He's trying. He's actually trying, what a nerd.
But like I said, some stuff did get on my nerves. Not sure which annoyed me more. Little man Tate here with that dime piece Jody Lynn O'Keefe, or those horrible smacking noises made by those old heads while they were sucking face. Gross. And what if John was on that bus to Yosemite after all? What was Mikey's mission? Who wore his true ops? And the mask at some point looks like somebody used an Etch-a-Sketch instead of CGI. No way in hell can I defend that. But I'll let that go because there's just so much more to love about this movie than to hate. First off, the opening, in my opinion, is the best of the franchise besides the original. The suspense of the opening was terrific, and poor Marion, she did everything right to try to survive, but, well, you know. Then that thunderclap and the music starts. I just can't think of a better opening from the other sequels. Michelle Williams, LL Cool J, Josh Hartnett's hair. What a cool 90s cast for horror legend Jamie Lee to work with. She was solid as the traumatized but hardened warrior when it came to facing her brother. Yes, her brother this time. The suspense that they built in this? Yes! The rest stop scene with the mother and daughter? So simple, but damn, it messes with us. Charlie's hand in the garbage disposal? I mean, I was okay with Mike turning it on. But I know the audience was bugging, being like, "Oh, Mikey, don't turn it on." Okay, I was scared too. And Michael must hate this campus because even I, at some points, was like, dude, take it easy. Except for Charlie. But he was really going to town on my boo after he dropped an elevator on her shin. Probably for letting Charlie touch her. Thanks, Mike. And it was vicious. Kind of funny seeing Laurie's wet-mouthed boyfriend being hoisted up and shaking like he was Marv in Home Alone 2. Probably for being a loud, shitty kisser. However, he did win me over with his response to the girls getting kinda testy with him. The gals try to embarrass him, but this salty dog looks them right in the eyes to deny their invite because he's getting his nipples pierced. His nipples pierced. Sorry, I don't really know how to use the slow motion effect, but that was his response. And it's probably my favorite quote in horror. Just beautiful. They don't write them like they used to. And this movie is full of highlights. Just look at that reverse pull-up thingy that he did. That is badass. And look at Josh and Michelle locked out as Michael is trying to scratch out their retinas. That is some spooky shit. And what a showdown. Laurie just wanted a peaceful life, but no. Michael had to keep messing with her, so now she has no other option but to... At the time, the ending was masterful, but then resurrection came around. Those motherfuck... Remember I mentioned that there was some connections to Psycho? Check this shit out. If you didn't know this, well, it's all good. But Jamie Lee's mama is Janet Leigh. Janet Leigh is also horror movie royalty because she starred in Psycho. In this movie, Janet's character offers Miss Tate some maternal advice. You see what they did there? At some point, Charlie tells John that in 20 years, he's going to be running a motel with his mom while living with her. A la Psycho. The car that Janet stands in front of has the same license plate as the car in Psycho, which happens to be the initials of Norman Bates. And Janet's character in this movie, well, her name is Norma. And the music that you can hear faintly playing in the background during this scene is from Psycho. This is why I love this film so much. The details and amazing similar feel to the first two films. Loved all of the cast. Even you, Charlie, I was just busting your chops. Because they provided a nice slice of 90s horror to close out the millennium. And it was a nice return to form after Halloween 6. Yikes. And that's it for today's episode of Tar and why Halloween H20 deserves more of your love. I'm hoping you eventually love this one as much as I do, and thank you for listening to all of my rants and raves. It has been an absolute pleasure. Please like, comment, share your thoughts, subscribe, follow, and tell some friends about the channel. My name is Gilbert Ybarra, and thank you so much for watching the Attic Review. Smile, Tiger.